Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch, issue #1. I don't know why I said that. It just all of a sudden came out and suddenly had a really weird accent. It was cool though, right? Right? I'm actually just now looking at the back of the book and seeing that they got all this about her, which is cool because I know there was a TV show, Sabrina the Witch, and I'm positive I watched at least one full episode, but I must not have been that interested in it because I don't remember the show very well. I do remember there was the talking cat that was actually a person before, so there's that. And that does actually happen in here, which is cool. The setup in this comic book and everything was spot on, and I feel like I'm going to like the comic book better than the TV show. But I don't want anybody judging me just yet. Calm yourselves. All right, let's get into this. This is indeed Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Story by Kelly Thompson, art by Veronica and Andy Fish. The Fishes. I wonder if they sleep with the... Okay, no Godfather jokes. Lettering by Jack Morelli. And that's pretty much it. Oh no, Veronica Fish does the main cover. Variant covers by Stephanie Buscema, and Adam Hughes, Victor Ibanez, and Sandra Lenz. Okay, so there's this Wendigo-like creature. Can't be the Wendigo because here's the thing where I got to criticize the comic book. I'm going to do it right away. All right, can't be the Wendigo because the Wendigo in Legends doesn't have a physical body. So what up? Anyway, whatever this thing is, and you get to see what it in general is at the end of the book. So that's cool. That's cool. I like the way this happens. It starts off with the crazy action. She looks desperate. Then we get to see the beginning and how we got to this point. Bang. I don't know if every episode can be done that way. Every issue can be done that way. But that would actually be really awesome if it did. That would be really cool if they did that. Because it just worked so well in this issue, and I think they could keep going with that. But Sabrina starts off, she's got a, witch mom who's like, hey, I'm going to try not to use magic so much. And Sabrina's like, I'm going to try not to use magic so much too. And the cat is like, yeah, good luck with that. So she's going to school, a brand new school. Apparently things got out of control at previous school or schools. And she's just trying not to use magic so much. She's actually counting the spells that she uses. There's a couple spells in here with apples, which I actually thought was pretty cool. Especially, I studied a few different forms of magic, mostly ceremonial, sympathetic, but whatever. And I know I actually got into gypsy magic a little while. With unfortunately, that's the only one where I never actually knew any gypsies to understand it better. But the one spell I remember, it's a love spell, a simple love spell. You hold an apple, and as you're peeling the apple, you say, red is my love, red is my heart, lucky in love, never tear us apart. Just some silly little thing. And it's actually out of a Llewellyn's book, so could have been made up right there on the spot in the book, saying who knows. But I never went on to trust the Llewellyn's books so much. They were more silly than anything else. They were entertainment more than anything else. But that being said, watch Llewellyn's gonna be like, hey, mother fathead. I don't even know if that's a real person. But they do a bunch of love spells in here. And that's, or not love spells, spells with apples. And that was really cool. I genuinely dug that. That was badass. What have you. What else happened in the book? Just Sabrina trying to fit in, but not with the in crowd. And she's already got a bully. The bully is an Indian girl. And there were shades of Spider-Man Homecoming because of that. It's like, what is this? They changed Flash Thompson into a nerd bully, and he's Indian and not white. What's going on? Like, it was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. This girl, she does get a little bit physical. She actually throws a ball in this one nerdy girl's face, and then she turns around and she trips because of a spell that Sabrina finally cast on her. She gave her 3 chances. And magic works best in 3s. Just ask any Wiccan. What do you call it? What else happened in here? Actually, the other thing that majorly happens in here is, kind of like a huge spoiler. I'm not going to get into that because it is worth reading the book. Also, the bully, her brother, is actually apparently her Sabrina's biggest love interest so far. There's another guy also. We'll see how that works. Could there be a jealousy thing? Could there be a love triangle thing? I don't know what I want out of this book, because it wasn't until I grabbed the book that I realized that this is an Archie Comics book. The last time I read an Archie Comics book was actually I read Predator versus Archie, which was surprisingly good. I didn't expect Archie characters to actually be killed. I'm like, wait, what? So that's when I realized everything's off the hook with Archie. I did read the first issue of Punisher versus Archie, or Punisher meets Archie and whatnot. I didn't go any further. I should have. Maybe I still will, but I haven't yet. And I really do kind of want to get into The Hunger. Any book that is only supposed to be 4 issues or so and then continues after that has got to be a hot book. But this one right here, I'm on this and I'm digging on this. I really do like this one. And I got to be entirely honest, I really like Kelly Thompson's writing. She has a good way of getting you to know the characters, and she handles characters really well. So if you know the characters already, you're just going to get them right back and you say, these characters are in line with what I know these characters to be. If you don't know these characters, everybody else who does know the characters will say, no, don't worry about it. It's Kelly Thompson. You're in good hands. You're going to understand these characters the way that you need to understand them. On top of that, she's capable of handling multiple characters at the same time. I don't remember everybody's name in here, but I remember Sabrina. I remember the bully girl's name. And I remember the brother's name. And those are the most important characters to remember. Now, there is also her friend that's in here, and there is also her cat. I don't remember the cat's name. It's not important. I know that those will be given back to me in several issues. So that's something that's important with a book of characters. You don't know who they are. Like, I barely know Sabrina. And you want to know everybody's names, but sometimes they just throw the names at you, or they don't give them to you enough, and it's like, it feels like it's really important. And that's where a lot of times comics can get overwhelming for new readers. God forbid, people who don't typically read comic books, which happens a lot today with the MCU movies being so big, and the DCU movies all of a sudden coming in saying, we got this! After all these years, we finally got this. We good. What do you call it? And I'm being silly. I don't actually mean that entirely. But with this book, the names are told to me. I don't feel as though it's the most important thing in the world to remember all these people's names. Therefore, it's easier to remember the names. The book doesn't feel in the slightest bit intimidating. So if you've never read an Archie comic book, or like me, you've pretty much never read an Archie comic book, you'll be okay. You're in good hands. I like that about this. The art is really good. I'm enjoying the Fish's work in this. Come on, they are the brother or sister, or they're married. I mean, come on. There's just no way there's a coincidence like that, all right? There's Michael Rosenberg, there's Rachel Rosenberg. Ask Donny Cates, he's like, oh no, they're not related at all. I'm like, oh, well, I knew that. But like some people, you're like the Dodsons. Who, coincidentally enough, why is it that Kelly Thompson always gets the married couples? Because the Dodsons who are doing the Mr. and Mrs. X books, they got to be related. I mean, come on, all right? But like the Fish, come on, they got to be related too. So Kelly Thompson's getting all the married people, or the family people, whatever. What's up with that? Anyway, guys, I guess what? If you and your significant other draw comic books, I bet you got a good chance of getting Kelly Thompson to request you to be her artist. It just seems to work out that way. Anyway, guys, I enjoyed this book. I think that you will too. That's Real Talk. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.